Guys, the most tough heart will be broken. Take sedative, girlfriend, cameras, and come here.
From roads that disappear under the ocean to paths carved into towering cliffs, the world has some truly mind-blowing routes you have to see to believe. There is something exciting about roads that seem to challenge nature itself, like a tunnel carved through a mountain by hard-working villagers, or a highway so high it feels like you're driving through the clouds. Today, we're taking a trip around the world to check out 10 of the wildest roads ever built. These aren't just roads, they're proof of human determination, clever engineering, and maybe even a little craziness. And wait until you see number 1. It's so unbelievable, it might leave you speechless. Buckle up, because this isn't just any road trip. It's a journey to the most daring and dangerous drives on the planet. 10. Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. High up in the Taihang Mountains in China's Henan province is a road that's more than just a way to get from one place to another. The Guoliang Tunnel Road is a symbol of what people can achieve when they refuse to give up. This tunnel, carved right into the mountains, is 1.2 kilometers long. It's narrow, dangerous, and has earned the nickname, the road that doesn't tolerate mistakes. With only about 4 meters of width and plenty of sharp turns, driving here is not for the faint-hearted. But driving isn't the only thing that will make your heart race. Over 30 windows have been cut into the tunnel walls, giving you jaw-dropping views of the cliffs and valleys below. It's beautiful, but it's also a stark reminder of the steep drop just a few meters away. The story behind the tunnel is nothing short of incredible. Back in 1972, the villagers of Guoliang were tired of being cut off from the rest of the world. So, they decided to make their road. Using nothing but basic tools like hammers and chisels, they worked non-stop for 5 years. It was dangerous work. Rock falls and even accidental explosions took lives, but the villagers never gave up. Finally, on May 1st, 1977, the tunnel was finished and open to traffic. Today, the Guoliang Tunnel is a popular tourist spot. The village, once isolated, now has hotels and restaurants for visitors who come from all over the world to see this amazing piece of history. But if you think this road is daring, wait until you hear about the one that disappears under the ocean. 9. Passage du Guang, France. Imagine driving on a road that completely disappears underwater twice every day. That's the Passage du Guang, a 4.15-kilometer stretch connecting the Gulf of Burnouf to the island of Noirmoutier in France. This isn't your average road. It's a wild meeting of nature and human ingenuity. The Passage du Guang is only safe to use during a small window of time, about 1.5 hours before and after low tide. Outside of those few hours, the entire road is swallowed by up to 4 meters of water, leaving nothing but the sparkling sea behind. It's an incredible sight, and for centuries people have been drawn to this unique road to experience its magic. But this beauty comes with a catch. It can be dangerous. When the tide goes out, it leaves behind slippery seaweed on the road, making it easy to lose control. Even with warning signs and tide schedules, accidents still happen. Cars sometimes get stranded when drivers misjudge the timing. That's why rescue poles are set up along the route, giving people a place to climb and wait for the waters to go down. The history of this road is as fascinating as the tides that cover it. It was first mentioned way back in the 9th century as a natural pathway. By the 18th century, people started paving it to make it easier to use, even though it was still risky. In 1832, it became an official road, and by 1924, reinforcements made it sturdy enough to handle modern traffic. The Passage du Guang might amaze you with its disappearing act, but what if the real challenge wasn't battling the tide? Instead, picture yourself climbing dizzying heights and braving relentless hairpin turns. Up next is a road that'll test your skills and nerve, the Stelvio Pass in Italy. 8. Stelvio Pass, Italy. Nestled high in the Ortler Alps of northern Italy is a road that's both thrilling and breathtaking, the Stelvio Pass. At 2757 meters above sea level, it's the highest paved mountain pass in the Eastern Alps and the second highest in the entire Alps. Known for its jaw-dropping views and challenging driving conditions, it's a must-visit for adventurers from all over the world. The Stelvio Pass has a fascinating history. In the early 1800s, Emperor Franz Joseph I of Austria wanted a key trade and military route connecting Lombardy to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. With engineer Carlo Donagani leading the project, the road was finished in 1825. Over the years, it became more than just a road. It even played a role in World War I as a battleground. What makes this road legendary are its 60 hairpin turns, 48 of which are on the northern side. Stretching 35 kilometers, the road winds through lush forests, sharp cliffs, and stunning alpine views. Each bend feels like a step on a giant staircase, and while the scenery is incredible, drivers need nerves of steel to stay focused on the road. Driving here is not easy. The steep slopes and sharp curves mean you have to keep your focus the entire time. Some parts are so tricky that you can only drive 30 kilometers per hour. During the busy tourist season, heavy traffic makes it even tougher. But if you manage to make it to the top, the views are worth every second of the effort. The Stelvio Pass isn't just about driving, it's a cultural and sporting icon. It's been featured in TV shows like Top Gear as one of the best roads in the world. It's also a big part of the Giro d'Italia, where cyclists push themselves to the limit. This isn't just a road, it's a dream for anyone who loves driving, cycling, or incredible scenery. But while the Stelvio Pass is all about twists and turns, the next road takes you to a place where danger comes from towering canyon walls and some of the world's deepest drops. Get ready for Kota Wazi Canyon Road in Peru. 7. Kota Wazi Canyon Road, Peru. Hidden deep in the southern Andes of Peru is a road that leads to one of the deepest canyons on Earth, Kota Wazi Canyon. The canyon plunges 3,534 meters, making it deeper than the Grand Canyon. But the road to get there is no walk in the park. It's a challenge that only the most adventurous are ready to take on. The Kota Wazi Canyon Road stretches about 35 kilometers along narrow, rocky paths carved into the canyon walls. It's unpaved and filled with tight hairpin turns, steep drops, and no guardrails. Rock falls are a constant threat, and only sturdy 4x4 vehicles can handle the rough terrain. Most travelers take an entire day to navigate the road, so they can fully soak in the amazing views. And what views they are! The journey is packed with stunning sights. Ancient terraced farms, lush green valleys, and towering mountains like Korapuna and Sulemana, which are over 6,000 meters tall. It's not just a drive, it's a feast for the eyes, and a step into Peru's rich history. The Kota Wazi Canyon has been home to indigenous communities for centuries, who adapted to the rugged landscape with incredible skill. The area is also an ecological treasure, with unique wildlife and dramatic geological formations. Despite being remote and challenging to reach, more and more adventurers are drawn to this canyon every year. For thrill seekers, there's hiking, mountain biking, and exploring ancient farming terraces. If you're planning a trip, the best time to visit is during the dry season, June to September. The rainy season brings mudslides and makes the road even more dangerous. The rugged, unpaved roads of Kota Wazi Canyon demand nerves of steel, but what if the stakes were even higher? Imagine battling unpredictable weather, sheer drops, and chaotic traffic all at once. That's the reality of Zoila Pass in India, a road where every turn is a fight for survival. 6. Zoila Pass, India. High in the Himalayas lies Zoila Pass, a dangerous route connecting Ladakh and Kashmir. Sitting at 35-28 meters, it's not just a road, it's a test of courage and skill. The path is narrow, with cliffs on one side and no guardrails to keep you safe. Overturned trucks and car wrecks along the way are constant reminders of the risks. Driving through Zoila Pass means dealing with some of the harshest road conditions imaginable. Rain or melting snow can turn the surface into slippery mud or loose gravel. Sudden weather changes bring snowstorms, floods, or even blinding whiteouts, making an already tough journey even harder. On top of that, the road is shared by both civilian vehicles and military convoys, leading to frequent traffic jams on its narrow lanes. This road isn't open all year. Heavy snowfall shuts it down from late October to late April, cutting off Ladakh for months. When spring arrives and the Border Roads Organization, or BRO, clears the way, it's a moment of celebration. The reopening of the pass restores a vital connection. And for those who take the challenge, the reward is stunning views of snow-covered peaks, lush green valleys, and a feeling of accomplishment like no other. Zoila Pass is more than just a road. It's a gateway with historical importance. During the 1947-48 Indo-Pakistani War, it was a key focus in Operation Bison, a daring mission where Indian forces reclaimed the pass. Today, its role in trade, travel, and defense makes it a lifeline for the region. Zoila Pass pushes you to your limits, But now, it's time for something just as thrilling, with a touch of elegance. Imagine sweeping curves, towering peaks, and a road so beautiful it's been called the best in the world. Welcome to Romania's Transfagarasan Highway. 5. Transfagarasan Highway, Romania. In the heart of Romania's Fagaras Mountains lies the Transfagarasan Highway, a 90-kilometer masterpiece of engineering and nature. This road links Transylvania and Wallachia, offering drivers a thrilling mix of sharp bends and breathtaking views. It's so impressive that Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson called it the best road in the world. The highway has an incredible backstory. Built between 1970 and 1974 under Romanian leader Nicolae Ceausescu, it was meant for military use. Soldiers and engineers blasted through the mountains using 6,500 tons of dynamite, creating a network of tunnels, bridges, and tight switchbacks. While it was designed for strategic purposes, today, it's celebrated as a marvel of engineering and beauty. Driving the Transfagarasan is an unforgettable experience. The road has over 150 sharp turns, steep climbs, and descents, demanding full attention from anyone behind the wheel. At its highest point near the Bailea Lake Tunnel, you'll reach 2,042 meters. Along the way, glacial lakes, cascading waterfalls, and snow-capped peaks make the journey a visual treat. Like Zoila Pass, this road is only open part of the year. From late June to October, it welcomes thousands of visitors. But once winter sets in, heavy snow makes it impassable. During the short summer season, the highway gets busy with tourists, but the stunning scenery makes it all worth it. The Transfagarasan became world famous after its appearance on Top Gear in 2009. The show's praise turned it into a top destination for driving enthusiasts and nature lovers, boosting tourism in Romania. Today, it stands as a symbol of human creativity and the beauty of the natural world. The stunning curves and views of the Transfagarasan Highway might take your breath away, but what if you cranked up the adventure? Imagine driving on a road so dangerous that car insurance doesn't even cover you. That's what Skipper's Canyon Road in New Zealand is all about. History, danger, and raw adventure rolled into one. 4. Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. Skipper's Canyon Road isn't just a road. It's a daring journey carved into the cliffs of New Zealand's South Island. Stretching 22 kilometers from Queenstown to Skipper's Canyon, this gravel path clings to steep mountainsides high above the Shotover River. The views are incredible, but getting there is an adventure in itself. This road has a fascinating history. It was built between 1883 and 1890 during New Zealand's gold rush. Back then, miners hand-carved it with basic tools to transport gold and supplies through the rugged terrain. Despite its age, the road hasn't changed much, standing as a tribute to the determination and creativity of those early pioneers. But don't let the scenery fool you. Skipper's Canyon Road is not for the faint-hearted. The narrow path twists and turns with steep gradients and tight corners that make every moment feel like a test of skill. In many spots, there's only room for one vehicle, which means drivers must carefully maneuver and hope no one's coming from the other direction. And with no guardrails, one wrong move could send you plummeting into the canyon below. The challenge doesn't stop there. Many car insurance policies don't cover accidents on this road, adding an extra layer of risk. But for those brave enough to take on the challenge, the reward is worth it. The cliffs, valleys, and shimmering Shotover River create views that feel like they're straight out of a postcard. It's a road that combines natural beauty with a thrilling sense of history. If you think Skipper's Canyon Road is intense, get ready for something completely different. The next road swaps danger for pure confusion. Let's head to England and explore a roundabout like no other, the Magic Roundabout. 3. Magic Roundabout, England. The Magic Roundabout in Swindon, England isn't your average traffic circle. It's a quirky, complex design that has baffled and fascinated drivers since it was created in 1972. Instead of one big roundabout, it's made up of a central circle surrounded by 5 smaller ones, creating a traffic pattern that's as clever as it is confusing. At first glance, it looks like pure chaos. Unlike traditional roundabouts where traffic flows one way, this one mixes things up. Cars go around the central roundabout in an anti-clockwise direction, while the 5 mini roundabouts around it move traffic clockwise. It's a system that lets cars enter, exit, and cross paths all at once, solving traffic problems in a way no one expects. The The Magic Roundabout was designed by traffic engineer Frank Blackmore to fix congestion near Swindon's County Ground football stadium. When it first opened, people were skeptical, and let's face it, plenty of drivers are still scratching their heads. But over time, it's proven to work surprisingly well. Local drivers have learned to navigate it like pros, while visitors often approach it with a mix of curiosity and dread. This unusual design has earned the roundabout fame far beyond Swindon. Its name, borrowed from a children's TV show, adds a bit of charm to its otherwise intimidating reputation. In 2009, it was voted one of Britain's scariest junctions, but it also won UK Roundabout of the Year for its smart design. The Magic Roundabout might make you question your driving skills, but Norway's Trollstigen takes the challenge to a whole new level. This road doesn't just test your nerves, it surrounds you with some of the most jaw-dropping scenery you'll ever see, turning every twist and turn into a breathtaking experience. 2. Trollstigen, Norway. Trollstigen, or the Troll Path, is not just a road, it's an adventure that pushes the limits of what a mountain road can be. Located in Norway's rugged Rauma municipality, it's part of Norwegian County Road 63 and links the towns of Åndalsnes and Valldal. What makes Trollstigen so thrilling? Its steep 10% incline and 11 sharp hairpin turns that snake their way up the mountainside. This incredible road wasn't always here. Construction started in 1916, and it took 20 years of hard work to complete. Finally, in 1936, King Haakon VII officially opened it, giving the region its first reliable route through the mountains. Before this, people had to rely on a dangerous pack-horse trail. Trollstigen changed everything, making travel and trade easier while becoming a magnet for tourists. Each of the 11 hairpin bends has a name, honoring either the nearby mountains or the people who worked on the road. As you climb to an altitude of 858 meters, the views are unforgettable. Towering cliffs, green valleys, and powerful waterfalls surround you. One standout is the Stigfossen waterfall, which drops an incredible 320 meters alongside the road, creating a scene straight out of a postcard. But don't let the beauty distract you. Trollstigen is not an easy drive. The road is narrow, with sharp turns and steep drops that demand total focus. During the summer, traffic peaks, making it even trickier to navigate. For those who conquer the challenge, the reward is a thrilling journey through some of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. If Trollstigen feels like an extreme adventure, wait until you hear about Bolivia's Yus Road. This next destination isn't just dangerous, it's earned the nickname Death Road for a reason. 1. Yus Road Bolivia. Bolivia's Yus Road, stretching 69 kilometers from La Paz to Coroico, is one of the most dangerous roads in the world. The cliffs, narrow paths, and unpredictable weather have earned it the nickname Death Road, and for good reason. The road has a dark history. It was built in the 1930s during the Chaco War by Paraguayan prisoners, and the conditions were brutal. Many lives were lost during construction. Over time, Yus Road became a crucial route for connecting La Paz with the fertile Yungas region, helping locals transport goods and produce. What makes this road so terrifying? It's incredibly narrow, just 3.2 meters wide in some spots, with sheer drops on one side that plunge hundreds of meters down. On the other side, there are jagged mountain walls. Add in sharp hairpin turns, thick fog, rain, and frequent landslides, and you've got a recipe for disaster. During the 1990s, this road claimed around 300 lives every year. Memorial crosses line the route, serving as chilling reminders of the lives lost. The danger became so great that Bolivia built a safer alternative route in 2006. Since then, traffic on Yus Road has decreased significantly, but its reputation remains. Today, Yus Road has found a new purpose as a destination for thrill seekers. Mountain bikers from all over the world come here to experience the adrenaline rush of speeding down its steep slopes. The views are stunning: lush rainforests, towering cliffs, and dramatic landscapes. But the risks are still very real. Even with fewer vehicles, it's a journey that demands respect and caution. And there you have it, 10 roads that redefine what it means to take the scenic route. Which one left you speechless? Or maybe you've driven on one of these crazy roads yourself. Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing content like this. And hey, Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.